horrid. Everywhere I step I've got sticky feet. It's what a nightmare. Yeah, look. Kind of got waterproofs this morning. Okay, here come the rest of the sorry, it's the new Lifeguard boxmen, folks. They're going to relieve the Blues and Royals boxmen. And I can't see whether that's Corporal of Horse or Lance Corporal of Horse from here. I think it's Lance Corporal of Horse. Sorry guys, a ton of people behind me, so if the camera's a bit jiggy, people pushing and stuff. Try and keep it super stable, but I need to watch where I'm stepping as well as what I'm recording. I hope a smile from the Lifeguard on the right. Let's hope the horses don't kick off this morning like they did on Monday. The horse on the right's already like, no, don't do it to me. Super, look at this. Wow, other horse is not in a good mood though. That's it, don't worry horsey, settle down. Clippy clop. Magnificent. Which means the next thing will happen, the two Blues and Royals boxmen will be relieved, come in through the gates. I don't think there'll be a dismount this morning. Ground's wet. Still got roughly half the Lifeguard, give or take, squadron out the back. They'll come through shortly. Once these two Blues have left to join their colleagues at the back. Again, I'm pretty sure they will not dismount. They should probably go straight into the stables. Yeah, straight in. Smart move. It's very, very, very difficult to be dismounting in those boots on this ground. Last but not least is the Blues and Royals gatesman. Now the gatesman is going into the tunnel, everybody, as am I, and there's a reason he's going into the tunnel. It's because in just a moment he will hand over to his Lifeguard colleagues. They will enter the tunnel with the relief guard and swap over. A little bright folks with the light. Let me concentrate in the tunnel a little bit, otherwise we're going to get massive glare on the camera. Just so these verbal commands where the Lifeguard's prepared to come out as the relief. Once that's done, bear in mind we have two Lifeguard boxmen at the front. Once we have the Lifeguard gatesman in the tunnel, the changeover is complete, and the Lifeguards will be the Kingsguard. It's a little bit murky in here. It really isn't that dark, folks. The camera just reacting to the light, obviously, as usual. Lots of tourists around as ever. I'm hearing the verbal commands. They should come at any moment. Famous last words. Second we think it's going to happen, it doesn't happen. And don't forget, all this time, in fact, filming what we saw before, and then this with the relief guard, who are coming now, in fact. The troopers that arrived, the Lifeguard squadron that arrived, as well as the Blues that have already gone out to the yard, are waiting. They're just sitting there on horseback waiting. Here comes the relief. Light is very, very murky today, guys. Apologies for that. Goodness me. Wow, that was extraordinary. Okay, so the trooper that is here in the tunnel now is the Kingsguard. The Lifeguards are now Kingsguard entirely. He's going to come out of the tunnel now and turn to his right. Sorry, ladies. Go into the arches as the new gatesman. Here he comes. So that's the new gatesman. He's in place in the arch. And if I quickly zoom us around, everybody, we'll just catch the last moments of that changeover of the chitsman on the far side, as long as the tourists don't all walk in front of the camera. Famous last words, there we are. And it's done. Bingo, just like that. However, it's not quite done. What do I mean by that? Well, we've still got the Blues boxmen that came in on horseback. They're in the stables. Now, they will leave shortly. In fact, you can see them at the end of the tunnel there in the stables. They will leave shortly. It's at that point that the rest of the lifeguard squadron will come back in. Now, I will try and catch it, but for the moment I'm going to go to the front for two reasons. One, let's have a look at which lifeguards we've got on horseback at the front. And two, it's very busy already. Look at this. I'm surprised that there's actually anyone here at all this early, to be honest. It's a very famous face we've got here on this horse. Really happy to see him back. For anyone that doesn't know, he is in the absolute classic Singing in the Rain video, where the lady with the umbrella came over on that rainy day and made this lifeguard smile. He's a cheeky chappy, but a lovely guy, and very, very popular. Going to be a good weekend, I can already tell you that. The other end, I can't tell you, at least for the moment, folks, which horse he's on. Unfortunately, I'd love to say which horse, be able to tell you which horse he's on, but yep, I don't know the name of that horse. Oh, this is another big beauty. You need to get up earlier, my friend. Did you talk to Michelle? Did she tell you what we saw this morning? It's like, wow, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah? Okay, so not sure the name of this horse, people. Oh, the horse is a bit shy. Look, he's like, no, don't film me. I don't like being on camera. You must remember that about me, surely. Yeah, teeny weeny bit shy, the horse. No idea why. But again, I'm going to make sure I'm sort of within dashing distance of the tilt yard. Why? Because ideally, as I said, we want to capture all of the troop movements out from the yard to the back. Now, why is that important? Well, a couple of reasons. One, it's partly what I'm here for, but two, unusual things often happen, especially when it comes to the horses. One thing I have just noticed, talking about unusual things, noticed out of the corner of my eye, there is some sort of discussion going on between the two senior officers that are present at the back. I'll show you what I mean. We've got, at the end of the tunnel, quickly sort of cheekily zoom in. Look at this, we've got a discussion. We've got a discussion between the lifeguards on the left and the Blues and Royals on the right. No idea what they're talking about, but that's a rare thing to be seeing them having a chat in the middle of the parade ground. Again, helps to pass the time. Because the previous video was more than 30 minutes. We're already into 8 minutes. I mean, this changeover will have taken, and it will have taken longer than usual because of the larger numbers of lifeguards. 7:20, the changeover and arrival will probably end up taking between 35 and 45 minutes. So yeah, considerably longer than usual. Yeah, I can see those boxmen, they're still in the yard on horseback waiting to leave. Trooper just closing up the boxes. So we've now officially got a lifeguard, kingsguard, for the next few days. At least until next week, I can put it that way. Yeah, everyone is sort of waiting and wondering when are they coming out. It's important that they do come out. Why? Because until these Blues leave, head to the back and their squadron is complete on the parade ground, the lifeguards will not ride in. In other words, the 6 or 7 that we've still got out the back cannot come into the yard here until the Blues have finished and left. That's the way it works. Again, I'll try and keep an eye on it. I'm much more concerned with getting the lifeguard troop riding in, the remainder of the troop riding in, than the last of the Blues riding out. So once we hear those clippy cloppy noises, even if I miss the blues, I will not miss the lifeguard arrival. Gosh, it seems like about 5 hours ago that talking with the performance artists here. What a morning. Happy tourists wasting no time at all. And funnily enough, the tourists always seem much more delighted when they see, the troopers in red. Oh wow, she said thank you. Oh, a double thank you. Both the ladies said thank you to the guard. How very polite, civilized and respectful. A rare sight indeed to see that. A double thanks. Who's up next? Roll up, roll up. She's like, can I stand here? Thank you. Cute. Always cute when the tourists are respectful and kind and thoughtful. Half the lifeguards that rode in this morning, actually, I don't even recognise, so I'm not sure if it's a bunch of new guys or whether it's part of a squadron that were away. Rare to see that many faces that are not familiar. And not that I'm complaining, because it means that in all probability they brought new horses with them. There are a huge number of new horses in London. More than 100, in fact, have come back over the course of the last month. That's why we've had so many first-timers and learnt so many new horsey names. Again, I will try and pop up the names of these horses if I can get them at some point this afternoon. When the horses are fairly, I'm reluctant to use the phrase bog standard, but all of these horses are spectacular, but this is a bog standard cavalry black in terms of its physical appearance. No white socks, no blaze, no star. So, well, unless I could talk to one of the farriers, it's going to be very hard to get an idea on this horse. Simply because even though it's a glorious animal, it's very generic in HCAV terms. There will be at least 20 other horses that look exactly like this one. So I think even some of the farriers might be a little bit like, I don't know. And if I can, I will, as you all know, folks, in previous videos. The other horse at the other end is a different story entirely, for several reasons. Not only has he got that massive blaze on the front, very distinctive blaze, but it's got 1.5 white socks at the back, as you can see. There's 1.5 white socks. Magnificent, eh? Absolutely glorious. Horse is a little bit shy, this one. It happens. Yeah. Second there are large groups of tourists going nearby, it pulls the horse back into the box a teeny weeny bit. It's fine, I get it. Here comes the horse. Hello, horsey. And here comes the tourists. So even on a very gloomy morning like today, this many people, and the day has barely begun. It really is a glorious horse though, in fact. Very, very, very unusual horse. Yeah, I'll get an idea on this horse later, folks, 100%. Notice they're still taking the time to ride out this final boxman. All of this time, in the previous video and in this video I'm tuning now, lifeguards still sitting outside. Here we go. Alright, so the rest of the blues are off. Here they go, folks, just in time. Look at this. Just catching them as they head into the tunnel. Corporal of horse there. Fantastic, eh? Absolutely super. Wow. That really was super. I'm going to go over onto the other corner again, guys. There we are. And this time what will happen is the blues that have just left, they will form up out the back. So we'll have a complete troop of blues, complete squadron, sorry, apologies, of blues lined up out the back on the parade ground. Finally, once that complete squadron are lined up, the lifeguards, the remaining lifeguards, will enter the tunnel and possibly dismount. Strictly speaking, there should be a full dismount this morning. Why do I say possibly? It really depends. Occasionally, if the ground is very precarious, they will skip the dismount. Okay, very, very occasionally. I personally think we will see a full dismount this morning. Let's wait and see. But look, everybody, a huge number of tourists already, look, all flooding to the back to catch a glimpse. Sadly, not knowing that the blues are about to leave, they will head across Horseguardsparade, turn left onto the southern end of the Mall, ride along the Mall past Buckinghampalace, and they will then head back to barracks in Knightsbridge. The blues are done. They will be back next week at some point. However, the lifeguards, remaining lifeguard troopers that are at the back, they still need to ride in and dismount. At that point, once the dismount is complete, it's all done. All of the troop movements for today, Friday, are complete. So we are probably about 5 minutes from that being the case. It's imminent, in other words. If they do dismount fully, as is my secret wish, it'll be here, right in front of us, guys, just as we saw the troopers riding in earlier on horseback. So again, everybody being told to go over. Okay, so we've got that trumpet solo at the back again. Just about hear it faintly. That's the last time that will be played, and then they'll head into the yard. Crowds at the back are absolutely enormous this morning. A lot of pushing and shoving. We saw how many people were dashing through there. The thing is, they're not knowing that it's pretty much over now. The good stuff has already happened. After that trumpet solo is finished in a moment, the blues will ride off toward St James's Park across the parade ground. At that point, we'll have the lifeguards coming in. So we're almost there. Waiting for that clippy clop sound to begin in the tunnel, folks. Yep. Lots of people arriving, photographers and other people arriving now waiting for this. See how much waiting is involved, guys. It will have been roughly an hour since the first video was started. But I'm just looking at the reflection on the gate at the end of the tunnel, and I'm seeing the horses entering the tunnel now. Okay, here they come. Yep, first one's entering the tunnel now. There we go. This is the remainder of the lifeguard squadron. So first up, as you can see, the trumpeter on that glorious grey. 2, 3, Royal Standard, 4, 5, 6, 7, goodness me, too many to count, so many this morning. Here they are lining up. Look at this, isn't that a spectacular sight, everybody? Fantastic. Especially that grey at the end with the trumpeter, Royal Standard, 4th from the left. Comes a trooper to take the Royal Standard. The reason he takes it is that it would almost certainly hit the arch if the trooper tried to ride with the standard into the tunnel. There he goes, a very rare sight, folks. Standard safely inside. Let's see if we have a full dismount.
All arms! The trumpeter! No!
trumpeter.
Prepare to dismount!
Full dismount.
Dismount!
Extraordinary.
Guard! From the right! Form single file. Lead march.
Oh, the horse is not in a good mood. This one's kicking off a little teeny-weeny bit. Trooper's really holding on tightly to the bridle. Reins, rather. All in all, that was a very, 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 very smooth handover this morning. Bearing in mind the number of horses was just completely ridiculous. How many horses in total do we have with the Blues leaving and the Lifeguards arriving? In total, I'm thinking 25 odd. 15, between 25 and 28 horses have moved in and out this morning in a space of just under an hour. And this absolutely enormous flood of people coming out now. Look at this. It is extraordinary how busy it is. Good Lord. Welcome to Horse Guards on Friday, everybody. Utter madness. The numbers. Oh, very naughty. Look at this lady straight on the reins there with her hand. This is where everybody's showing the horse folks, always getting pictures with people they don't know. Man, it's all ducking under the camera luckily, which is good. Who's up next? Oh, hold a pause. All good. thinking, people, what is the guard thinking about all of this? There we are, another one straight on the reins. Look, just had to remove the reins from her hand, just had to pull them away gently. That's 2 with their hands on the reins in the space of, what, 3 minutes? Oh, horse meat Teddy. That's the way to do it. Oh, see, completely different approach this lady. Knows how to touch the horse properly and said to the guard, is it okay if I touch the horse? Lovely.
Thank you ever so much.
So you've done it all bad, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's even looking at it. Thank you, sir.
Here's a smile.
Oh, nervous.
I'll take 2. There you go. Make sure that I've done it right, okay? Make sure you got the hook.
Goodness.
Happy with that?
How lovely, eh? Some of the tourists are so kind and thoughtful. Guard looks magnificent this morning. Absolutely flawless in every respect, the uniform. And there we are, folks. That was part 2. Going to be a busy day and a hell of a busy weekend. I can feel it already. Back in the next video.